Miku, I was wondering if you could research this photograph for me. This one here. Thanks. Miku, I was wondering if you could research this photograph for me. This one here. Thanks.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything.
We're close, we are.
It's raining again.
Thank you for that observation. Anything else?
It's raining again.
It is raining again. I don't know actually if that fixed it or not, or if I just got lucky. I'm hoping that's enough. Yes, there are. But well, I mean, I wasn't detecting any kind of physical warmth in their relationship. Can you teleport to your bedroom? Okay, didn't do it twice. I'll give you that. Let us sleep. Where's my tea?
This place is...
The Subduing Song. Hour 3. Okay, she didn't have the wherewithal to get a camera out while I was not controlling her. Where are we? I'm going to save on my emulator as well. Yoink. Slot 0, that'll do. Map. Ah! Cool. Must have opened it before and I don't recognise the room. Or it was a room I couldn't access. Let's go this obvious direction. I'm an actor in a play. I shall play my part. Oh, that's what I get for being an actor in a play. You're here in time just for the ghosts. Do not grab me. Cool. Okay, I like that. Creaking noise, that was... this is the most interesting door. Why is your kitten angry? Ah. Well, tell your kitten that the kitten should have said hello to me. Something shiny on the floor. It's some film. Okay, this is cool. We seem to have quite a lot to explore now. Which is nice. And I deliberately faffed for an hour because you wasn't here, brother. Fair enough. That does sound like cats. There's an oblong-shaped charcoal brazier. The ashes inside are damp. Looks like it hasn't been used for a long time. Something going on. Feeling a heartbeat. Yeah, there's one of those steps. Ah, I see it. I want to change my... No, I don't. I can't bother to change my film. I regret that. Send that to Miku, I guess? Oh, it's an arm. There's a small door in the wall. The door is shut tight. Feels like something is pulling back on it from the other side. All I can think of is, yeah. It's how wonderfully fun it must be to be in these places as children. Being able to sneak underneath, like, rooms and stuff. But then they wouldn't have had computer game consoles, so, you know. Okay, my sense of direction is all out of whack. Oh, there's a lot to this area. We've been in the same building for 3 different dream cycles, and suddenly it's like, here's 4 different directions at once, go! Okay. I'm sure by the 7th dream I'll be sick of this place. No, there's a gap in the wall. I can see through to the downstairs floor. Maybe this is where the banister used to go. So you can't pick up ghosts unless they've been around for less than 5 seconds. See, yeah, I guess that is true. Oh, it's closed with a sliding lock. Ah, I see. Open the lock. Well, it might have happened. Ghosts don't need to bend. They don't have to hurt their back or knees to pick up stuff. They can just float downwards. Something's reflecting the light. Some film. Japanese doll sits in a formal pose in the alcove. Could do with a banister up there. The hanging kimonos turn to rags from the mildew. Is it not just a doll? Oh, yes, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, because it's not a Japanese doll. Yes. Sorry. I realised what you were getting at. Yeah. So when I was playing Myst 3 Exile, I had somebody helping me out. So as I was figuring out the puzzles, I was getting help on the puzzles, so I'd solved them. But then I was like, oh no, you didn't need to tell me the answer because I've solved it, but there's a delay on when I see messages because they don't send them until I say from their perspective. And of course there's a delay when I see the message from their perspective as well. And there's a whole thing. It's this room. Okay, cool. It's the ladder room. I don't want to go in that room. I don't want to fight the woman and the child. Again, I've fought them like 14 times, game. Because whenever you're stuck, you're going to keep fighting the same ghosts. Which I dare say is a bit of a flaw of the game. Huh. I get the idea. Sure. So I've just connected up this room with that room. No, it's yeah. Hang on, what? Might want to re-explore that room. Oh, I can resize it, can't I? There was an old projector in the centre of the room. There's already some ancient film set on it. We've been to the year 3000. So what I was trying to imply there was the funniest thing that could be on an old camera reel is Busted. The band Busted. Actually, that might have been A. McFly. Doesn't matter. Muckbusted. Yes. In my never-ending quest to find the funniest reference that it could be, like that, the recurring thought I have whenever we hear piano plays, I want it to be the last Ketchup song. Ah. Image of something has been caught in the photo. Okay. I'm trying not to constantly be looking at the map. Ooh. Among all the tattered old books on the shelf is one with a spine that looks newer than the others. It's the folklore notes 1. While continuing my research, I stumbled upon the existence of a shrine that is perhaps the origin of the sleeping priestess. The shrine is very small and hidden away within the depths of the mountain. It appears just as in the drawing. There are normally no worshippers, and according to stories from the small village nearby, it is a shrine where you could offer your pain. So, what did you study today, brother? Under your lemsip and bad feelings. When I called upon the head of the family, she said they allow visitors until the snow melts. It's a weird way of measuring time. They carry out a rite here to protect a secret area in the mountains. Men are not allowed in the rite, but it seems every few years they invite men in order to continue the bloodline. They call them outsiders. I think that I've heard a similar custom. Oh, fair enough. Yes, of course. You know what? Ever since Final Fantasy VII Remake, the phrase "continue the bloodline" has taken on a considerably more sinister word. What's the? I don't know what the word is. Connotation to it. Where they lean into the horror of that particular idea. The guests who come in winter, while the snow falls, all hide their faces and pull large bundles on the wagons. Resembles a funeral procession. The rite carried out on their behalf must be connected to the song of the sleeping priestess. Added folklorist's notebook number 1 to your file. Oh, fair enough. I know you're doing English and science. If I went back to school, I don't think I'd do very well at either of those. I found a part of the camera obscura. It's got the track function. Cool. function automatically faces ghosts when your camera is at ready. It will automatically face in the direction the nearest hostile ghost. Okay, it sort of did that in the first game, but sometimes didn't. And I can't remember if it did that in the second game. Obviously, I do that thing where I just keep turning around until the thing comes up. Speaking of horror, I really did appreciate in the Yuffie storyline that they went out their way to show just how horrific the idea of dropping the plate on, like, a lot of the country, like an eighth of the country would seem to people. Like, I know a lot of people were a bit grumpy that people got saved this time round, but people would do that anyway. If you saw the ceiling fall, you'd try and get as many people out as possible, wouldn't you? But, like, seeing Yuffie see that, and of course the blood's from her face, on her face is from somebody else, but, like, it's, you know, it's metaphor, it's the horror, and it's like, that's really good, the fact, like, having somebody, and she would have logically been there. I think they did a really good job with that storyline. Because she had to have been close. Canonically, she's in the nearest forest. Yeah, I think they did really good. Especially because you knew immediately that dude wasn't surviving. What am I doing? Yeah. Yeah, especially because... They did a really good job, because in the game, the original game, when you're Barrett, the whole point of the Barrett section is to say this is a kind of microcosm of what Cloud's experiencing. Barrett in this situation is Cloud, and they did the same thing with Yuffie. Yuffie's just essentially a different version of Cloud, like a sort of you've not seen One Piece, but there's a character called Usopp, and Usopp constantly projects a successful version of himself. He's Captain Usopp. He's got 1,000 men, and he's Usopp the liar. But, like, they make it very clear that Usopp's lies are where he hides his wishes, his dreams, and also the things he's afraid of. Like, because it's all about his dead mum. And Yuffie does exactly the same thing. In fact, the bit with Yuffie when she gets a theme tune and you see a background and there's a song, that's in One Piece with Usopp, where he's the Sniper King, and he's got an entire 3-minute song, and then it cuts back and he's humming to himself where two people go, I don't know what he's doing right now, because it's all going on in his head. But, like, so the fact that they have an arc for her, and it's kind of, this is sort of relates to Cloud in some way, and she's like a mini Cloud having a mini Cloud arc. I think they did a really good job of her going, this is serious, but you're not actually taking it seriously as you should. And, you know, the whole, like, oh, we're with the wrong set of terrorists, which is a weird way to phrase it, but, like, the game's lent into that, which I do appreciate. Like, they do fully know that, like, you know, exploding a reactor is an act of terrorism. It's a political act. And yeah. Anyway, this has got nothing to do with anything like that. I was just reminded of that. And I'm just willing to go on any tangent today. Camera. Have I missed some? Okay, fair enough. See, I might not know some of the characterization. Also, obviously, it's really fun her doing the animations, the punch, 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 punch animation, and seeing that in, like, HD graphics was just wonderful. Speaking of horror, which is actually why I went into this tangent, and speaking of bloodlines and stuff, there's the weirdest feeling in the original Final Fantasy remake. Sorry, that's a weird way of saying that. Because, you know, in Final Fantasy remake, when you meet Don Corneo, and he's on the bed, and, like, they very much lent in that he's a terrible rapist man with a dungeon, and you're like, first of all, like, 1997 John didn't quite understand the connotations of that dungeon, and you get there and you go, oh god, this is actually a really horrible thing, and I'm not sure tonally it fits the game anymore. But like, so there's a bit of nostalgia going, he's doing the same actions, and you going, oh god, he's a fucking terrible person. I don't want to be around Don Corneo anymore. Like, those are two feelings that you probably shouldn't mix. So I'm not 100% sure the Don Corneo scenes work, just because there's that weird dissonance between how much you go, oh god, he's doing the crawling on the bed now. Oh god, he's doing, like my brain was like, oh, there's too many things going on at once. But yes, but her doing the same animations is absolutely fine, because that's a load of fun going, oh, that's what that is. She's doing that. Because in 1997 graphics. Yeah. And I am glad they made Don Corneo actually intimidating as well. Because we're in a world of magical people. If you're the Don, this is actually it's one of the complaints I have about Star Wars, that like there's a slug gangster. And it's like, how did people not kill the slug immediately? Just he got killed by one of the people he got kidnapped. Like, he's very easy to kill, that slug man. There we go. We've got some film. Well, I've forgotten his name now. The slug gangster in Star Wars. Like, it made slightly more sense when he was a fat bloke. Who could at least run away from things. You could very easily shoot him. I don't know. During a race. You know, the Star Wars race. Everyone's walked away, haven't they? Let's go this way. Pod races, that's it. Oh, it's locked. Okay. Yeah, I very much feel like I probably scared a lot off quite a lot of lurkers by getting distracted in my thoughts. Did I legitimately just not go down a hallway? Right. Sealed by some strong power. Okay. I have to assume that seal is not a lock. We open it from the other side. I have to assume that. We may have enough to wake up and do stuff with. Sealed by some strong power. Well, I can sort of see that one. So when I'm certain, when I think I've filled out the map, I will wake up. It seems we have. We definitely win it. Hang on. Ooh. Fair enough. I was talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake for a while, so... you may not have missed that much. How do I leave this room? We may have gathered everything we can. It is like 20 past 10, so I started a little later than I would have liked. I'm going briefly back to the projection room, listen to some more McFly. Recently I've been... No, stop that, John. No, now all I can think of is lyrics. Okay, I don't actually think I went through that door. Oh, look. Hello. I guess cats, you know, that cats are kind of like a cat. You go over there and they're just looking at you. Well, is that outside? It's snowing. Oh, why did I put songs in my head? Yay! Something on the floor. Herbal medicine. So I don't know what... I'm probably doing programming tomorrow, but I don't know how I'm going to do it next week. Okay, there is noises. Lots of noises going on. We have a short door for short people. It's sealed by strong power. There's another snowy room with flags in. There's a red flag right there. Oh yes, I wasn't going to mention it. So I've had a cat, one of the neighbour cats, poop in the corner of my yard. And what I tried doing at first, like with all the problems that happen in my life, is just ignore it and it'll go away. And then I put some leaves and stuff on top, which is very cat-like of me, because I just thought it'll wash away after a while. And then the cat decided, no, that's just where cat goes now. And I was like, shit, no, I need to... So I started cleaning the area, obviously. Damn poopers. So because it's like established that that's the pooping place. And on Tuesday, before I went to work, because what I was doing is I was putting like bleach and water down, because I was like, if I get rid of the smell, the cat will unidentify it. But then it did it again like a week later, and I was angry, and I finally got out like something to move it, a piece of cardboard, because I don't have supplies, and I dumped it outside the neighbour, but it was the wrong neighbour, and I was like, I don't have time, I've got to go to work, so I spent all day worrying about like, I'm gonna have to be mature and clean that up, because like, well, I don't want to be rude to my neighbour, like, but it's like. Luckily, I don't think it was noticed. It was their back doors, and I put it on some grass mud area. It was very immature of me. I was very grumpy. I was just like, somebody should deal with this, and it shouldn't be me. And I was like, oh, it should be me, because fucking I'm an adult. But I did. It's dealt with now. I mean, I don't know what the yard looks like, but yes, it was very immature of me. I didn't sign up to deal with cat... Like, if I have to deal with cat poop, I at least should have access to a cat. Those are the rules. I don't want all of the downsides and none of the upsides. Ooh. An image of something has been caught on the photo. But yeah, I don't know if... Because I immediately changed my mind. I dumped it. And then... No, I should have just thrown it away. I could have just put it in a bag. Because I'm not very good at dealing with like cat poop. Like I had a bag with a piece of card with another bag on. In a very childish... multi-layer of abstraction away from it, just away from me, because I would have made myself ill if I put any more effort in. But as soon as I, like, literally the moment I do it, I go, no, why would I do any of this? I've got to go to work, like that. I see a bauble. Just a series of irrational actions that like you can immediately just go, no, this is all foolish. All of it's made out of foolish. So if you ever want to, there's a movie called Uncut Gems, and so if you imagine that the series of decisions I made there, a movie made out of entirely. That's what Uncut Gems is, by the way. Just that sort of those sorts of decisions, but for over an hour and a half, where you're like, why would you do that? They are, but like, so I got myself in. You make an episode of Friends is about somebody doing that, and you go like, why would you do that? But like, yeah, you do occasionally do things like that, but like, not. You also then immediately go, oh, I should just undo that, shouldn't I? I've only seen half an hour of that film because it's more horrific than a horror film. because it's just you going, oh god, this is just going to end so poorly for you. Why would you do any of these things? It made me enjoy a film that has that. I've forgotten the not Ben Affleck. The shouty man. I've forgotten his name. If you possess this item, then your health is restored to full. I know what a stone mirror does. He's very well suited to that role. I'm still not going to watch any of the films that people like him in, though. I was about to say Lawnmower Man. Water Boy, I think he's in. That guy. Some spooky singing going on. An image of something has emerged on the photo. That was a girl with a knife in, right? Adam Sandler? But yeah, I am somebody... I actively avoid Adam Sandler films if I can help it. Sealed by a strong power. But yeah, so I did manage to find myself in a combination of lack of time and just irrational anger. Yeah, the good thing about this system is you can do that thing where... Okay, he's just... I'll go out here so I can tick a butcher's. You know, that Simpsons thing, is this the exact moment where you broke his heart? But this is the exact... this is the... I get to take a photograph of the exact moment I screwed up taking a photograph. In fact, that last one was wrong. Come here. That was wrong. Oh, I thought it was wrong, but apparently it wasn't. They're getting more monstery. Like in the first game, explicitly all the ghosts weren't evil. Some of them were like incredibly bored sounding because they didn't invent acting until 2004. But like all the priests were like, well, this is just a job. We don't take, you know, there's no joy in this job. Also, some crazy person cut our head off. He felt like it was necessary at the time. But from the second game, like there was more of a... Why? Like the first game has a malevolent force that takes over people, like, and the second game has that as well. But the second game also has, yeah, but that head priest is probably a prick. To like, and one of those maidens just went crazy for no reason. There's a bit of that in the series now, where some of the ghosts are actually kind of evil, even if they have a reason for doing that. I think I can. I don't know if the head priest from the... Oh, hang on, what? I didn't read that properly. An old doll's been impaled upon the red door. Door itself is shut firmly. It seems like the song you hear is coming from in here. The strong presence, okay. Okay, cool. I am going to use this opportunity to actually read a few things. So, patient disappears. We read this already at the start of the stream. It's just about how the girl who we met in the dream disappeared from her ward. Presumably when she died in the dream, she died in real life. Folklore notes, we read this during the stream as well. This is about the origin of the sleeping princess. You've got to offer your pain. Outsiders, that's about the bloodline. I went on a huge tangent there. That's the girl from the first night. That's her diary. Itchy, tasty, and all that. Yes. She was in a accident and all her family died, and she's kind of survivor's guilt and all that. But also, women. So this is all about her. There's a plane crash and the external bruises we're seeing, and the main character has the same issue. She was in a car crash, and now she has these tattoo bruises, and the implication is when the tattoo fully takes over, that you die, which is similar to how the first game worked with the strangling bruises. But like the strangling was just like anyone who walked in was immediately cursed. There's an urban legend about the camera. Yes, oh yeah, Kay. That's the brother. He sent messages, so he knew about the place before we even went here. Well, that would make sense, because I don't know. Hang on, because they've got all the Power Ranger things are Super Sentai, aren't they? And they just have to rewrite the episode for Americans. But I assume they get their inspiration from the original episodes. That's got to be hard. I don't, because there's like 20 sets of Power Rangers right now, and they occasionally meet each other, so they'd have to stay pretty close. Like, I know their gender in the first series, their genders changed. They were very blasé about what they did, but presumably as it went on, they had to keep closer and closer to the original plots, just in case they branched out into a film or something. I'm just gonna quickly go through these. Miku with man. There's Miku and the brother from the first game. There's some graves. There's some stains on the wall. We've not developed these yet. We're going to develop them. Hammer and go. Oh, it's a hammer. Huh. Yeah, that feels very Japanesey then. Yeah, it's funny. The Power Rangers is a proper lineage. I think, because I would have been around when the original Power Rangers came out. I just like I'd recognise the name Kimberly and Tommy, for instance, and I couldn't name any of the other Power Rangers. Right? I mean, I know all the Power Rangers names. They're red, blue, yellow, green, black. I've forgotten. Red, blue, green, yellow, black. Anyway, they're the colours. that was the joke I was doing. Green is the sixth one in the original series. Ooh. There's a couple of rooms we've not explored, specifically here. Okay, how's my cup of tea? Because I should stop drinking tea soon. Cold. That's universe's sign of telling me that I should stop drinking tea. Okay, Dianthus. Where are we? The Diant word. Dianthus. Oh god, this is a closet hallway. Fuck me, I'm gonna never remember that. Okay. Dianthus key is in the closet hallway. I've returned. We made a note, didn't we? Which we'll keep on the bottom of the screen. I just want to adjust where that writing is kept, because it looks a bit untidy there. Okay, I also might want to put the snail in front of that. Where is the snail? I can't see where the snail is. John, that's not important. Okay, it's not important. I just decided. Where didn't we go? Let's go back into that room and check out there's a save point and a lantern. Okay. Ooh. I also see some stairs I'm curious about. Found a part of the camera obscura. Oh. Lens slow. Yes, I understand how that works. Okay, fair. Well, I'll probably end the stream soon because it's more fun doing this when people are about. And of course, I've got to go to an office. Yes, I have that issue. I'll continue for the time being, but I'll probably end pretty soon. But yes, farewell, brother. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, camera. Cool. I can now slow things down. Where am I going? Upstairs. No, let's go to the door, save point door first. Spirit tree garden. I can't tell what direction I'm walking in. That way. I'll pass your laters on. That's the save point. I'm worried that might wake me up. But we've done well. Last stream wasn't great because I just got stuck for an hour because I couldn't find a door. It's firmly shut. Looks like it's the same place. If it is, then you is inside. Okay. Ah, there we go. Cool, let's go upstairs. Those stairs. Yes, one of the reasons I moved to Thursday is because my brother won't be available on Thursdays anymore. But the other reason is that I work in the office on Thursdays now. And so, because people like it... The snail shouldn't be here. Because people like it when I start earlier, cycling home from work and then making a meal and then starting early is quite difficult to do. Although I didn't really start early today, but you get what I mean. Generally speaking, earlier is better. It's tightly sealed. Okay, we may have... this week I'm recovering from the change of pace. We may have opened all the doors. So what we can do is we can return to the house and develop those things. I'm just trying to see if there's any obvious... I wish we could make marks on the map. There's a door behind me. Oh yeah, that's the locked one. The dianthus. Glad she knows what that is. I keep passing it, by the way. There's a hole in there, isn't there? Oh, sorry. X is something different. Well. And yes, we did good. We did well. I didn't want to say the word well because I just repeated it several times. Let's have a look at the map though. If we've done an explore, those doors are definitely locked. That door is definitely locked. So we're going to double check this door here. The next game, which I don't really have to think about for another 10 hours or so, it's sealed, is not a PlayStation 2 game. I think it's a Wii game. And I do have a Wii. It's locked. It might be dead, the Wii. It's been locked in the damp cupboard for a while. I might be able to emulate it, but it's going to be a curious thing. What's up with that little room there? An image of something has been caught on the photo. Right. I'm reasonably confident we've explored everywhere. Let's look at the map. That would take us all the way back. But it's given us a shortcut. Which I'm going to take advantage of now. Yeah, potentially I may have lost Tan because she was around on Thursdays for spooky games. But yeah, neither Tan nor Explodey's favourite Fatal Frame game. Let's go into that room just in case. I've forgotten where that takes me. This is the first place I explored. I'm pretty sure it's quite thorough. I just need to remember the way out. Yeah, I'll figure out. I'm reshuffling around the entire week. My brother, because he's gone back to school, has reshuffled his week. And I like to, if I want him around, obviously I've got to put certain things on certain days for him as well. So I'm going to have to rethink of what I do the week. Programming is not the most exciting day, so I usually put that on the least popular day. But yes, I will see you around. I should probably be ending soon as well. So farewell, good night. I might change games and play something else, but I'll be ending this stream in like 15 minutes, I reckon. Oh, actually, we'll see. Got a couple of hours. I'm a lot happier with this stream than I was with the last one. But yes, right. Right. I'm trying to remember the way back. Yeah, it'll be that way. What I should be making notes of is... This isn't the right way, is it? No. Damn it, I looked at the direction. Left, John, go left. My sense of direction is poor. There we go, that way. Okay. This takes me to the big room. Just gonna ignore the crying. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna pick this up though. So I don't know if it's plot or if it's just a fight. If it's just a fight, I want to ignore it. If it's plot, I should deal with it. Alright, what I'll do then is I'll use the internal save. Double check. I'll save state slot 1. So let's go back quickly. Investigate the crying. Because it could be important crying. How do I use the power? On. Might have to test out how I use that ability. Okay, where's the door? I've misplaced the door. I guess doing a bunch of house stuff, even when people hear, is probably a good idea. Especially because I spoke a lot at the start. And the house bit's everyone's least favourite. I believe that's enough. Maybe I'll do some Sago after this. I got the musty film. Cool.
Ray? Are you having trouble sleeping? Ray, this is it.
Here you go, Ray. I thought you might have some connection to that photo in the passageway. Buried memories. It's been reported that in the process of rebuilding Kukaiji Temple, which commenced last month, many mummies have been found in the walls of the hallway. In the walls of the area called the Shadow Hallway in Kukaiji Temple, there were stains in the shape of humans. But when that hallway was restored, someone noticed that there was something like the root of a tree coming out the wall. Digging it out, it turned out to be a mummy. In the other stained areas, many more mummies were found, and quite a commotion was raised. The Kukai Temple insists they are enshrined saints, but certain observers argued that they may have been killed in sacrifice. Cool. Thanks, I'll just borrow this for a bit. I've added that to my file. Here you go, Ray. I thought this might have something to do with the photo in the tomb. Many bones found in ruins. On the 8th, in a survey of the ancient castle ruins in the northern part of the prefecture, a large number of human bones were discovered in the ground. Stacked tombstones were excavated from the centre of the castle, an area thought to be the courtyard. Bone after bone was discovered beneath them. All bones are thought to be from the time the castle was built. The burial clothes seem to indicate that they are from labourers who built the castle. It is believed that they were buried after the castle's completion to protect the plan of the castle or the location of the treasure, or perhaps those who built the castle were killed in a sacrifice. Thanks, I'll hold on to it for a bit.
You can ask me whatever you want, okay? It seems like you're having a lot of nightmares lately. Are you alright?
I didn't say you could ask me anything you wanted.
It's raining again.
Okay. I'm not going to ask why your pyjamas requires a window, but I'm going to just move swiftly on. After, I guess, pointing it out. It's one of these. I think it's that door there. In their massive house. There we go. So let's use that one. Develop this film. This looks like the skewered red dolls. Courtyard. I did not know there were dolls. With a sacred tree. Maybe it's some kind of religious ritual. An image has appeared of an old projector that must have been inside the mansion. All film has been developed. Pass that on to Miku. Okay, I left some silence there, but I kind of expected to get there faster. Just do this. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Should also try and. It's weird that we have directions to go on the stairs. I've got more photos for you.
Ray, you've been working too hard. You should get some rest.
Yeah, but every time I do,
What can I do for you?
God, you could research this photograph for me. There you go. Thanks.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything.
I can't tell if that's a window. It might just be this cloth underneath, and I don't want to think too hard about whether that. I've got a note of a photograph.
It's raining again.
I assume we gave up both photographs, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to walk out and back in. I'm just going to assume I was wrong about that the first time around.
It's raining again.
Okay. I don't actually know if that does anything. Like the research, I mean. I'm going to save our game here. I think I'm going to let you go. Yes. So, I've been John Proxy. I've been having a Fatal Frame 3 adventure. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Farewell, lurkers, all you archaeologists. It's gonna stand there oddly. Ghosts, eh? Who's ghosts? Can't be having those ghosts, let me tell you. Definitely gonna have to deal with this